Well, my second statue that came in this week. I got an Athena from King of Fighters SNK. Athena goes well with my Wonder Woman from Prime 1. I got the Angelus, the Darkness Spawn, Top Cow Comics. Looking freaking awesome. If you're familiar with this line, there's the Darkness, Witchblade, Magdalena, and now Angelus. So I think 4 or 5 characters. It goes with the tradition of placing different colored gems on the body cast, which shine really well. They reflect the light really well on her horns, her golden horns. Oops. And a really nice gem on her chest, around her neck. Nice little details with her teeth. Not that many teeth showing, but they're there. Nice red colored lips. A decent amount of gloss on her lips. Oops, sorry that the camera keeps shaking. Shaky hands. But yeah, decent amount of gloss on her lips. Her eyes are nice. She got those demonic eyes. Doesn't have anything on her fingernails, which I guess is kind of normal. She's going to war, not going to an office party. So no nail polish, which is cool. It's a fairly large statue. It's 1/4 scale, but she's definitely at least an inch larger than I kind of expected. From the tip of her toes to the top of her hair, she's definitely, say, an inch taller than I expected for a 1/4 scale statue. Definitely not 1/3. Definitely not 1/3. It's a 1/4, but kind of slightly larger 1/4. Because I compared her earlier to my Dark Phoenix, and Angelus is definitely, her body is definitely much larger than the older Dark Phoenix. So back to her. Amazing details with the demons. They use that shiny red paint for the blood. Very shiny, very glossy. Very shiny, very glossy paint. The teeth on the demons look all raggedy and rough. Lots of details on the teeth. Lots of details on the teeth. One strange thing though, the demons don't have any eyes. They're painted over with the green paint. So the eyes, they're not really visible. Or you can say they don't have any eyes. So they didn't bother to paint the eyes black or green or whatever. It's just painted over with the regular green paint. Not sure if that's a flaw or if that's done on purpose. But it's the same on all 3. None of them really have any visible eyes. It's just painted over with the green paint. but not a big deal. The base has a lot of details in the rocks. This is like a hard plastic. It's not fabric. It's not fabric. But it's nice. Looks very realistic. Right here too. Looks like real cloth. Resembles real cloth. Resembles real mesh. I love her shoulder pad, like a snake, like a golden snake, golden cobra. It's really nice. Her wings are super detailed. Amazing, amazing details in the wings. It's not like my sideshow hawk girl. You can kind of see down there. Her wings, which I took off, were kind of sloppy looking. The paint job was just very plain and generic looking, so I took off her wings. But this is the complete opposite. They did a really detailed job in the wings. Really good. Can I get her back a little bit? Can I get the back? Again, they use that shiny, glossy paint for the blood, which is good. Really, really nice effect. One awkward thing about her, she's kind of an amputee. She's missing her right foot. It's she has no right foot at all. It's just a peg that sticks in there. She only has her left foot. So yeah, she has no right foot, which is kind of awkward, but I guess since the demons are wrapped around it, it would be invisible regardless. One thing when you gotta assemble it, this has a peg, and her stump, her amputated stump, also has a peg. So you gotta kind of align both of them into the slot at the same time. Or what I did this one first, and I try to kind of lean this one in second. It's a little tricky because usually there's just one single peg that you gotta worry about. Slide it in, and then this part would just rest based on gravity, based on friction. But this actually has its own peg, so it's a little tricky to align this one in and then align this second peg in also. It took a while because they're not perfectly, it's not a perfect alignment, so you gotta kind of shake it, jiggle it around a little bit. The mouth looks really slimy, really disgusting. Has that wet look on it, that wet, glossy look on it. The mouth, the tongue, lots of details, really nice, which I love when the paint has that wet, glossy, shiny look, like on Berserk right here. When the paint has that wet, shiny, glossy look. It's very similar right here. Not exactly the same, but very similar. That disgusting, glossy look. Like it's actual tissue, like it's real life flesh and blood. Her body has a decent amount of shading. You can't tell so well on my cell phone camera, but her rib cage has a shading line, that V-shaped, that upside down V-shape shading, painted shading down her stomach, and some shading lines on her chest naturally, and a little tiny bit of shading on her face, where you could tell that they use the spray gun to spray a little bit of shading on her face, which is a nice touch. So she definitely has shading lines all over her body. Unlike a certain statue, which I had to return about a month ago. Again, shading lines where they're supposed to be on her muscle. There's a shading line. Slight shading lines. Even on her hands, on her knuckles. Again, it's hard to see on this camera, but yeah, she has a light pink, a light tan colored shading on her hands. Very nice. Definitely worth the purchase, especially if you have the darkness. It's the darkness and Witchblade and Magdalena. Definitely worth the purchase. Unfortunately, those three statues are in an awkward position. I would love to make a video showing all four, especially the darkness. He weighs like 40 pounds. For me to take him from the upstairs display room to down here, it's a pain in the butt. But yeah, I would love to make a video showing all four together. Again, this cobra, golden cobra, looks really nice. It reflects light really well. So if you put her next to a light source, this will reflect light really well. And of course, her gems, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, and the one on her neck, 7. Her gems will reflect light really well. So if you put her next to a light source, next to a window, but yeah, I got a shelf recently. I'm gonna try to set it up in this box here. I just love her wings. Amazing. It's not real metal. It's artificial metal. But it looks really nice. A nice silver slash aqua, or silver and aqua color mix. A little bit of green. Looks really nice. But yeah, definitely worth the purchase. In another video I mentioned I have on pre-order the Prime 1 Wonder Woman vs. Hydra. Wonder Woman vs. Hydra by Jason Fabok. I'm a bit worried about that one because it's 1/3 scale rather than 1/4, so it might be too large for my collection. But it'll be pretty interesting to put that statue next to this one. Again, the Prime 1 Wonder Woman vs. Hydra by Jason Fabok. This sword goes all the way through a slot here and comes out down here. So right here it's actually hollow, completely hollow. So the sword goes through here and down into this slot down here. Most likely when you get it, you're going to notice that the sword is warped. It has a curve in it. So, but it won't really matter because again, it's going to go through this demon and into the second demon. So the warp shape won't really matter. So don't even bother taking a hot gun, blow dryer, trying to straighten it out. It's not really gonna matter. It has a nice golden shade. Again, definitely worth the money, especially if you're into dark, demonic looking statues. Definitely. Or if you're just into female characters, powerful looking female characters. Still got a second Xbox Series X that I haven't opened up. That's the second one I have. Yeah, if you're into powerful looking female warriors, like say Wonder Woman up there again, or like Casca, which I added a few gems on her, around her neck and on her sword. Prime 1 Casca. I even got a G.I. Joe Scarlet back there. Yeah, if you're into demonic looking, gothic looking, that statue with the owl, it's on Sideshow. I keep forgetting the exact name of it, but that's a really nice one too. The female dressed in black with the owl, that's on Sideshow. I think she's called Sova, S-O-V-A. And also Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah, if you're into dark fantasy, this is definitely worth the purchase. Amazing.